Okay, welcome students. Today we are going to discuss about digital to analog converter. There are many digital to analog converter. First, I will discuss R2R ladder type DAC. So, why this name is R2R? I'll explain in step by step. So, this DAC is basically convert a digital data into a analog value. Okay. So basically here we will discuss a 4-bit R2R ladder type DAC. Here we used a op-amp in buffer configuration. It is a non-inverting buffer because the voltages applied in non-inverting terminal. So the gain of this amplifier unit is 1. So whatever be the voltage appears at this input, at the difference input, that will be your output voltage. Now if you see this configurations, there are some 2R value resistors are in parallel and there are some series resistance of R. So this configuration, this structure is basically called R2R type ladder type DAC. Now since this is a 4-bit DAC, we have D0, D1, D2, D3. Here D0 is the LSB and D3 is the MSB. So the job of this circuit is basically it will convert a 4-bit digital data into its corresponding analog value. Now in this case, if we consider that for the first case, if I say D3 is 1 and all other bits are 0. If D3 is 1 and all other bits, that means D0, D1, D2 are 0, then what will be the output voltage? So we have to calculate that. So in the first case, we will consider this D3 is equal to 1 and D2, D1, D0 is 0. Now if D0, D1, D2 is 0, that means this point is connected to ground. This point is connected to ground here. Similarly, this point is also connected to ground. Okay, and this point is also connected to ground. Since we have a 0 voltage applied at D0, D1, D2, and D3 is 1 means we will apply certain potential. Here we consider the potential is E. Practically we can apply 5 volt, 10 volt, it depends. Okay. So in this condition, what will be the configuration of this network? Now if these two resistance both are connected to ground, then these two are in parallel. If these two resistance are in parallel, what will be the equivalent resistance of these two? It will be R. So if I say, so this is the case. This is the case where D3 is 1. Here I consider as E potential is given to it. Now D0, D1, D2 are 0. So these two resistance are in parallel combination. So obviously it becomes the equivalent of these two resistance becomes R. Now this equivalent resistance again is series with this R. So this R and this R are in series. So basically again it constitute a 2R resistance. Then this 2R resistance is again is parallel with this 2R. So again the equivalent resistance will be R. Then those equivalent resistance is again connected in series with this R. Again it constitutes 2R. So like this at this point, if I consider this point as A, at this point the equivalent resistance, total equivalent resistance becomes twice R. Okay, and this 2R is the R, the resistance corresponding to D3. Now what will be the output voltage? Now I want to calculate the voltage at this point A. So the voltage at this point is basically voltage drop across this resistance. So simply if we apply voltage divider rule, we can calculate this output voltage at this 2R. So this is nothing but 2R divided by 4R. So ultimately the output voltage is E by 2. So if your bit is 1 0 0 0, the output voltage will be E by 2. In the second case, if I consider my bit pattern is 0 1 0 0, that means D2 bit is 1, then the output will be V0 will be E by 4. Okay, so in the same pattern we can calculate that, and again the voltage at this point we have to calculate B, then we will calculate the final output voltage at the point A. Okay, so if I want to calculate voltage at this point B, I want to calculate what will be the current flow through this 2R. Okay, so current into voltage will be voltage drop across this B. So by this we can calculate the VTH is the voltage drop across this B, at this point B. So VTH is the I1 into 2R. So I1 is the current flowing through this 2R. I considered over here. So obviously it is E by 2. Again what will be the output voltage? Then again there will be parallel combination of this 2R and 2R. So finally this E by 2 will appear divided across these two resistances. So ultimately it becomes E by 4. This is very simple calculations. So in the third case, in the same pattern, if we can say that 0 0 1 0, if the bit pattern, so it will be E by 8. And without doing so much calculation, we can say that if your bit pattern is 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, then your output voltage will be E by 16. So in general we can say that for n bit data, the V0 will be 2 to the power E by 2 to the power capital N minus n. This capital N is the total number of bits. Okay, and the small n is the bit position which is basically 1, the bit position corresponding to 1. Suppose in my case, if I say this is 0 0 1 0, so the value of small n will be 1, because the bit, if I consider this is 0th position, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, so the value of small n is the basically position of this bit. So in this case it is 1, and capital N, total number of bits, that means 4. So 4 minus 1, that is 3, 2 to the power 3 is 8. So E to E by 16, which is basically E by 8, which is basically this. Okay, so this is the in general equation. Now if I consider here E is 5 volt, we can apply any voltage, no issues. So for this bit pattern, for the, suppose I take any combination 0 1 0 0, the output voltage is 1.2 volts, 1.25 volts. So this is the digital bit and the corresponding analog value is there. Now if suppose my bit pattern is 0 1 1 0, then what will be the case? So in this case we will apply superposition theorem. We will first calculate the output voltage for this configuration. Okay, then we will calculate the output voltage for this value. Okay, and at the end we will add these two value, and that value will be the equivalent analog value of this digital data. So this is very simple. So this is the basic concept of R2R ladder. So in the next class we will again discuss many types of DAC over there. So we will discuss weighted register type DAC. So thank you for listening this class.